In Chiapas, indigenous people rise up and invite us. Let's walk together. Let's take one another by the hand and build a future. Let's attempt to build a world where liberty and justice can look at and touch one another. Let's give democracy a chance. Let's construct peace and independence. The people who organize themselves and resist against centuries of oppression convoke us to rediscover hope and convert it into collective strength, without any illusion or fantasies, with the conviction that working together in solidarity is worthwhile, independent of the outcome. Let's make history. In Chiapas, organized people, impoverished and excluded, transform their reality through the exercise of the right to justice and the collective defense of the rights of indigenous people. In order to achieve this, they count on the hands and hearts of people everywhere, all around the world. Here we can share, learn, accompany. The protagonists of history are those who are writing it, the indigenous people of Chiapas. They exercise and defend their right and make a call out for respect and solidarity. They summon us. The Center for Human Rights, Fray Bartolomé de las Casas, responded to this call 25 years ago, and since then we have had the privilege of walking with people and communities who through their struggle affirm, we are looking for freedom, as they define it for themselves. Along with Frayba, there are many of us who have accepted this invitation, and many of us who have decided to run the risk of listening. We belong to the same community. We call it Comunidad Frayba. Through 25 years of making history, of building community with committed people from all around the world, we can affirm and recognize solidarity has contributed to the struggle and resistance of indigenous people. Solidarity has contributed to deterring and preventing human rights violations. Solidarity has impeded death and put a stop to the madness of war, the absurdity of war. Solidarity has planted bonds of visionary hope among people from around the world, among ordinary men and women, those who have always carried out revolutions. Comunidad Frayba knows no distance or boundaries, It opens up paths, lays down bridges for the construction of a new global society of struggle, of resistance, of transformation, one guided by promotion and defense of human rights. We are part of the same community. We are part of the same project. We're compañeros and compañeras. The history of Frayba is woven through tales of solidarity. They aren't ideas nor fantasies. They are concrete expressions of participation in a project built around the promotion and defense of human rights. These are stories that go beyond optimism and well-wishing. Through 25 years of labor, the stories we carry are countless. Voices from all over the world have told us, compañeros, compañeras, when you walk with the people of Chiapas, you are not alone. All of our gratitude and appreciation goes out to each and every one of those who today has formed part of this community. Our praise is endless for all that you have contributed. Comunidad Frayba walks with the people and their demands for justice. With the people we march. Comunidad Frayba provides us with a home and shelter when we travel elsewhere to denounce what is happening in the Mexican Southeast. Comunidad Frayba raises their voice around the world in a collective Ya Basta, stop death, stop the violence. Comunidad Frayba passes on information, sending out countless emails, bulletins, communiques, and reports. Comunidad Frayba responds to urgent calls to action. Comunidad Frayba also looks out for the safety and expresses its concern for us when there are cases of threats or harassment. In the face of fear, solidarity. You are not alone, we are listening. Comunidad Frayba expresses their solidarity in Mexican consulates and embassies around the world, making it clear that we are not few, we are countless. Comunidad Frayba participates in civil observation brigades for peace and human rights, collaborates as human shields and in peace encampments, accompanies families who have survived forced displacements as they return to their home communities, documents human rights violations, documents the presence and movement of militaries in the region, make videos, send letters, and even in our office contribute to the drafting of reports and proposals. Comunidad Frayba comes and joins in the sharing of beans, tortillas, and pozol. With us they laugh, cry, and celebrate. All of those responsible for and involved in the defense of human rights are the indigenous people of Chiapas. They know this. Solidarity encourages them to continue walking, and for those of us who accompany them on this journey, the experience is life-changing. Their dead are now our dead. Their prisoners are now our prisoners. Their disappeared are now our disappeared. Their demands are now ours as well. Once again, the indigenous people of Chiapas are building new life alternatives, are constructing another world by exercising their human rights, and they call out to us again. In Frayba, we want to continue responding to this call and run the risk of seeing, listening, learning, and sharing. We want to continue to be those who run the risk of accompanying indigenous people based on a respect for their freedom and autonomy, and in the process, allow ourselves to be transformed. And in order to continue on this journey, as we mentioned from the beginning, we need the hands and hearts of everyone who is willing to provide them. Compañeros y compañeras, en Comunidad Frayba, we are all essential. Compañeros y compañeras, let's build a community. Compañeros y compañeras, let's make ourselves a community. Our lives may depend on it. From the Valley of Jovel Human Rights Center, Fray Bartolomé de las Casas, 25 years walking with the indigenous people of Chiapas.